Hey guys, this is Abel Cruz from Law Enforcement. I want to give you a heads up. I want to talk about how I started, where I am, and where I'm going. The beginning, I was working for 10 years in lawn care with the same company. They trained me. They showed me how to do stuff. You know, how to trim, how to blow, how to cut the grass, how to make lines. All the important things that you need to know about mowing. You know, safety issues. You know, and it was always by the same guy. It wasn't my boss. He was another co-worker. He was in charge of everything, how everything went smooth. My boss never, maybe once here and there, he worked with us. So that's how I started, you know, and for 10 years I was pretty much doing the same thing, working. And one day I decided to, I didn't want to do that anymore. I don't want to be working hard, you know, and long hours for low pay. It wasn't low pay for what I was doing before. I used to work in a Burger King, which I was making, you know, a couple of bucks an hour. And then I was working for the landscaping company, which it was giving me more money for my hours, that's not bad, and that's not, you know, bad at all for somebody that likes to do that. But I decided that if I'm going to be 60 years old, I don't want to be doing that because I wasn't going to be able to do that. One day, I'm in a winter. My boss comes to me and says, "Abel, you know what? I'm burned. I had it. I think this is it for me. I'm gonna leave you this. You were in. I want to say his name, Nick. I'm gonna leave it to you guys, and you guys, you know, buy the company from me, or something like that." I thought he was just venting because he was just tired, you know, probably after 24 hours straight awake, shoveling, plowing, and everything. The winters here in Wisconsin, they're pretty brutal. There are no mercy, you know. Every time it snows, when I go out, you're talking about in my short day or my short storm, it will be 15 hours, and that's like a 3-inch snowfall. If it's more than that, forget it. You know, I'm working my long hours, 24. I've been working 48 hours straight with no sleep. But that's just what I do, and I, believe it or not, I enjoy it. You know, sometimes it becomes stressful, but I do it anyhow. So he said that that I was gonna, you know, that I might be, you know, getting the company. My thought was that he was gonna step aside. He was gonna let me run the company with Nick, and we would go from there. And we give him money every month, you know, for the equipment or the accounts, you know, like him still be the owner, which I was fine with that. I think that was like almost like a dream come true, you know, working pretty much for myself, and we were gonna be the CEOs of the company. But no, summer came, and then he said, "Hey, I need you guys to take a step, you know, and I want to sell the company. I want to sell the company to you guys, and you guys, you know, have to figure it out how you guys can do it, or what you guys want to do." So I jumped on the boat, and I said, "Well, show me the numbers." It was like Jerry Maguire, you know, on the movie. You know, show me the money. Show me where the money's going. Show me where the money is coming from. How much you spend, and we go from there. Because I wasn't going to jump in a business that I knew that I could take, or, you know, or being in debt, you know, because the account they're not making enough money to pay my debt, to pay all the equipment that I was going to be having. So I was still getting paid probably around $17 to $16 an hour, you know, to mow pretty much, because that was my responsibility. Make sure that everything was fine and mow. And so Nick and I, he showed me the numbers. I went home and I calculated the numbers, and I was still making profit. It wasn't a lot, but it was making profit, the company. So, and I think with two brains, the company could excel and get even to a new level that the company wasn't there before. The company had a name and everything, but then when he decided to sell the company or the business, everything had to change. Name had to change. We didn't want to buy the company name. We wanted just to buy the equipment and all the accounts. And by having to do that, I will have to make everything new. Get an accountant, get EIN number, get insurance, get everything set up. And you're talking about business accounts, commercial and residential. You're talking about both with a big spectrum of customers. Customers that are already there. And he said, his name is Ed, he's the one that gave us the chance. He said, well, I'm gonna give you guys this, and you guys are gonna pay this much. And I need this much in advance. The numbers are they are not gonna be accurate. I can't remember as much, especially if I'm driving and I'm talking to you guys and looking at the road. But this is the chance that that Nick and I were waiting for, for this moment to transfer everything and put it into our name. So we went to a couple of banks. Bank says no. They said, well, you're asking too much money. We're asking around, for the full loan, it was like around $65,000 total. As the bank said, that's impossible. You guys have like a personal credit, but that's it. But company credit, line of credit, just like you guys don't have anything. The company doesn't have a name. The company doesn't have money. You guys are starting on zero. So I had a truck. I had which I still have, a Ford F-150, which is worth around $7,000. So I put my truck into like an equity, give it to them, and if I don't pay them, you can take the truck away. And Nick came with $7,000 cash from his grandfather. So we apply for a company. It's called New Leasing. New Leasing is based off of Michigan. They help if you want to buy a mower and you don't have the money, they provide you with the money and then you pay them. It's like a loan, it's a leasing. So if you don't pay, they take it away from you, which is understandable. Which is that's if you want to invest in your own company, you have to be full in. You have to, if you're playing poker, all in. Put all your chips in it, because that's your business. Nobody's going to take care of that business like you would. It's as simple as that, So anyhow, September 1st, 2013, that was our first day of business. So the name that we came up with, it was Law Enforcement. Why Law Enforcement? Law Enforcement, they had the description, just to enforce green, on the lawn, enforce the lawns. Like, let's say if you have a bed, let's get rid of it and let's make grass. That's what we wanted to encourage people, to have beautiful lawns. Make them green, even if we didn't spray them. True Green, Spring Green, there's a lot of companies that spray lawns and they can't do, magic with lawns. I have customers as of right now, the True Green, Spring Green trees there, and man, they're always looking good. No weeds and things like that. And I am not afraid to tell them, they are good. I know the people from Spring Green and they are awesome. I had no complaints because their lawns, they always look green. And I don't really care. There's a lot of lawns in this world to treat or to cut, so I'm not even worried. So it's keeping all that. So we got the company, and this is why we give the name Law Enforcement, and we wanted to give it like a military type of. We were not going to be cops, just enforcing laws. That's it. So Nick and I, we took the business in September. We paid like $20,000 to Ed, which it was the owner. of the company. We gave it to, no, we gave it 10. We gave it 10, and we kept the other 10 because we took a loan with New Leasing. The loan with New Leasing was $20,000, $10,000 for the company so that we can survive that month until money start coming in. This is a chance of a lifetime. This is a chance that not everybody gets. You know, a company that is already made, and we just had to come up with the money in order to buy it. But we went all in. So September came in, it was out of the map. We bought the company, and after that, it was a little. It was. How can I say? It was anxious. You know, it was a sense of urgency, and at least in my heart. And in my brain, and everything that I had to come every day to work early, prep everything before everybody came, and we can go out mowing so that I don't have to worry. If something had to be fixed, I fix it before we start working. Or at the end of the day, we fix it with sharp blades and everything was done. And that sense of urgency is what I have even today, every morning. I wake up every morning, I go to work every morning, and I enjoy it. I live it, I breathe it, I think about it, I sleep on it, I do everything. So 3 months, everything started rolling in. Winter shows up with a vengeance. Winter came in, it was super hard. It was snowing every 3 days. I ran out of salt, I got salt from somebody else, I bought bulk, and everything got going. In January, Nick was having a problem with his back. He was having a rough time, and he couldn't handle it anymore. His back was sore. Every time he went out plowing or shoveling, he can't even do that because his back was out. So I had to, we had to split. And it was rough for me because I didn't know what to do. But I was, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. So I took it, I grabbed it, and I ran with it. When you have a dream, run until you get there. That's exactly my thought process. So I grabbed it. I put an ad on Craigslist, looking for a plow guy, looking for shovelers, and I got it through. And because I got it through, this is why I'm here today. Telling you to have sense of urgency in order to be successful in life. You're never gonna be successful in life if you don't have urgency. You need to have urgency in order to get up every morning and do whatever you had to do to make your life, to make your business successful. Where's the company now from where it was? The company's bigger. It has a couple of more trucks. We started with one truck, well, two trucks, my blue truck and the gray truck that I got from the company when we bought it. Now the company has a red truck. That's how I call them. They have different, Dodge Ram and things like that. But then, and then I have another truck where we call it the white truck. So we got 4 trucks. We started with 2 mowers. The first year, 1 mower went down, so I was down to 1. So now I have in total 5 mowers. Why 5 mowers? That I don't have that many accounts for 5 mowers. I can do twice as whatever I can do with the mowers that I have. The reason to have more mowers than your accounts or that you can handle is because if one breaks down, you have another one to back you up. Doesn't matter, man. You need to have a backup. Just for the fact that something is going to happen. Something is going to break. You're going to have a blade bent, which is easy to fix. But if a pump goes out, pumps go out, you're out. You're out for the day. And who's going to fix all that? Who's going to change? I'd rather to have another mower and back up while I can fix the other one. Take it to a shop or fix it myself. Which you can save a lot of money by doing it yourself. Oh, I don't know. Man, YouTube. Since I've been on YouTube is like a world. It's almost like a university. They show you everything you possibly need to know about a mower. How to change the oil, how to change the blade, how to sharpen them, how to do all those kinds of things. But the company has grown so far. You know, I got few employees. I go all out every morning and I go out and mow with them because I wanted to extend myself all the way to the limit, all the way into I can't mow no more because I'm so busy. And I had to take care of other things. I still mow every day. I still go on my paperwork every day. And I wake up early every morning and I come late home every day. And this is the way that the company's heading. I'm going to the point that I might not be able to mow after this season because next season I'm gonna have to mow by myself and leave the guys by themselves. And you know, and things are going into that direction. I specialize on mowers. I don't specialize on landscaping or hardscaping, like Amber's landscaping. This guy, you know, he went from mowing, from maintenance, you know, now he's doing more hardscaping, which is great because this is exactly what he wants. And you want to take your business where you want them to go. Your business is not going to grow if you don't want to. You are the limit to your business, or you are the sky for your business. Reason for that, you know, that people are going to tell you, man, your dreams are a little off. Why are they off? Are you off, or they are off? And most of the time, when you have a business, they are off. Nobody told me, you know, when I took my account, my business, I have a couple of guys or a couple of accounts that they said, sorry man, we're not going to be able to do business with you after this year. So, well, give me a chance and I show it to you. They didn't even want to give me a chance. But other guys, let's go this guy, Bob. Bob came and he said, I bet we're going to stay with you for a year so that we know what you have. And I know that you do a good work. And people like him is what make you thrive. And these are the people that I want close to me. These are people that I want closer to me. I want to be, you know, close because I want to grow and I want to, people that believe in what I do, this is the people that are going to keep in my mind and are going to keep close. Nobody's going to believe more for you than yourself. So I don't know how business over there out in the world run that much. I had a couple of other companies here in Wisconsin that I get along with. I talk to them. If I'm in a pickle, they help me out. Like if I need an extra bulk cut because mine's out, if I need a piece of equipment that I need, I can call them and I know that they have my back, which they know that I have their back. Like I do some of their accounts just for the fact that they can because they are too far. You know, you're talking about a half-hour job when they're here close to me. So they say, Abel, can you do that for me? You know, just bid it like a normal and I will put my own price, you know, and they subcontract stuff for me and I can do stuff for them. You know, anybody that needs chemicals and this, I send it to these people because they are the best. You know, they provide me with information that I cannot get it anywhere else. If it's 8 o'clock at night and I'm in a pickle with numbers and this and that with pricing, I call them up and they still answer the phone. They don't have to, but they do. And this is exactly what I do with them. I answer my phone calls for them the same way. So the company's heading to we're having a new direction. Not a new direction, but we're focusing on getting bigger, getting stronger. Probably how far do I want to go? I'm not looking to be I hear there's a company it's called KEI. It's the biggest company here in Wisconsin, I think, for mowing, landscaping, everything. I want to be enough. I want to do enough of what I can. So if I had 3 trucks, I want to have those 3 trucks full with mowers and mowing all day. And to one point that I don't have to do it, so I can go out with my family. And I try not to work on the weekends, just for the fact that I have a family. This is why I enjoy having a business, because I can spend time with them, and that's my priority. I have a beautiful wife. I have 4 kids that I love them, and I like going out with them. You know, we don't go out as much. You know, they have schools. I have to work. I have to do paperwork. But when we had the chance, we enjoy it. With that mindset, you know, I just want to give you guys a little glimpse of what I can do, you know, or the things that I do, or the things that I enjoy. But remember, your business, nobody gonna care more for it than you. So God bless you. Live your life, live it, dream it. If you like these kind of videos, then I'm gonna keep posting more like this, because I think I have something to offer. And you guys are, you know, you guys are out there working your butt off. I see that there's YouTubers with 12 years old, 14-year-old working their butt off, you know. And when I was their age, I didn't do anything, man. I was just a kid, you know, that I wanted to play. But some of the kids have other things in mind. So I want to support you. Remember, if nobody believes in you, I believe in you that you can do it. So anyhow, thank you for staying with me for over 20 minutes on this video. Enjoy your day. God bless. And remember to subscribe or like or share. If you think this is going to be inspiring or touching other people that they might need a little boost, share it, you know, and so that more people can see it. All right, and I'll see you until the next time. Bye.